Good morning, everybody. It's again the time of the day. Strangely, I'm becoming more and more inspired to do these vlogs every morning because it's a great opportunity to collect my thoughts. I hope you have also found a time when you are at the best of collecting your thoughts. And we are, as you can see, still in Thailand, a really wonderful land, still inspiring no matter how long I'm here. And the inspiration right now I'm using in such a great way to write about future of artists and what artists can do. And also now that I'm posting about it, more and more talks develop about this. And today, before I have really an interesting conversation. It was about an artist that painted himself in a corner, so to say, and he also has the feeling being just in a far out corner of the world. And it is so interesting that when you are consulting someone, you are developing such incredible ideas and you can learn so much because through this exchange, like right now we are exchanging also thoughts, it's a domino effect. One leads to another, and even small sparks can really produce outstanding ideas, as it was with this conversation. We've been talking about being just on a far out end of the world and not connected to the artistic world. And strangely, after we were talking about this being somewhere where it doesn't matter, you are not in the middle of the things, you are far out, you are missing so much. We have been talking about flat earth. I don't know if you knew this, but there are people out there who are actually thinking that the earth is flat. And after this topic of the flat earth idea came to me, that how outstanding is it that we are actually living on a round world, because on a round world you are never in a corner of the world, because of us on a sphere, on a ball, no matter where you are actually in the middle, you know, that there is no corner on a globe. And I think it's an interesting idea to understand or to see it, that in the artistic world, no matter where you are, when you are still on this planet, on this globe, you are never in a corner. And it is so interesting what you can learn and experience just by talking with people, just allowing small sparks to come into your world and to develop to something, and then you are learning more about this and developing your own ideas. And I hope that this, what I'm working right now on, is not just a book that will be finished, but it will be a process where I'm exchanging ideas with the students, with other peoples, and this way it will always develop. Nevertheless, right now it is developing this, the future of your art project is developing good. You can actually go to the website www.future.louvre.academy, and they will find the stage of the development. I don't know what it is right now, but it is perhaps interesting to see it. And the ideas are coming now together. Right now there are so many videos out there. If you haven't watched the videos before, go to one of the social medias where I'm posting it, and you can rewatch it. Every day it was an interesting idea where you could learn something or just get a spark to develop your own ideas. And I think with these ideas, with this learning, possibility is opening to you to develop something on your own. And from this, in your art, your own art heritage and your own art philosophy can develop. And in this way, there's something bigger coming together. And it is a great possibility that we have right now to exchange our ideas in this way. And it is giving me also the feeling not to be alone with what I'm doing. Usually I'm going like for some month in a far corner of the world, talk to no one and just writing and producing what I will teach. But with this I have the feeling of a connection, being connected with people and allowing people in my thought process. And it is such a great opportunity that we have today, that we can exchange ideas and we can learn so much. Because when you look at it, most of the artists that became really famous or produced great art, far more important than being famous is to produce something that is outstanding. They also developed this by exchanging ideas with others. No matter on which artist, where you are looking in art history, you will always find artists in the middle of an exchange process of ideas. They are always willing to learn, to change the perspective on life, on art. Rembrandt, for instance, in Amsterdam, in the middle of social life, exchanging ideas, talking to people, developing new ideas also in his art. And this is an outstanding opportunity that we have, that the exchange of ideas is so easy. Normally I have to really work in Paris to have this opportunity to exchange so many ideas with people and to learn so many new things, that also changing my mind and my art. And with this, it is an outstanding idea. I know right now there's this myth out there that social media is so full of hatred, so full of negativity, but that's just a filtering process. And it was always the same. This is also what I had to learn being in Paris. Not every conversation with the artist in Paris is a positive one. There are a lot of weird people out there, and you really have to learn to cope with them, develop a filtering process. And this learning is incredible for your own art, because when you are once learned to filter, want to invite in your life and whatnot, you are giving your artistic process a fertile soil where new ideas can fall upon and then develop to something new and really bring your art to the next level. And what I wanted to talk about to you today, because right now I am writing about this, is to think about the things you can actually learn. I mean, not only your artistic skills, techniques and so on, with the possibility to bring your art to the next level, but also about the skills and abilities of you as an artist, as a person, where we have been talking before. Learn to filter, learn to invite new ideas into your life. What would be the things that would bring you as an artist to the next level? And being you as an artist on the next level, it is also impossible to bring your art to the next level, because it is so much fertile on which your art can actually thrive upon. And to learn how to learn can be also an important idea that has to be invited into your life and into your everyday routines. And to look upon yourself as a tool that is actually allowing to develop art. You know, like your brush is also a tool that has to be at its best, that your art can be at your best. To see oneself from a little bit from a distance and think about yourself as a tool for your art and how to improve this tool can be a really great advantage. And most likely we don't like to think about the things we should learn for our art, because it can be overwhelming. When you start to think about this, you know, oh, I had to would have to develop this and that, and it is so much. So it is a greater advantage when you think about this in milestones. So, okay, you know, there's so much to learn. Let's say the skills, portrait, drawing, I have to learn it. Okay, it is a big milestone, but it's a milestone where you can set yourself for yourself in, I don't know, 3 years, and then break it down. What I have to learn first to come to the end milestones. And in this thinking, piece by piece, it is much more easier to achieve these bigger goals. And the same goes for your personality. When you are perhaps someone that is more isolated, that enjoys just being by yourself and doing art by yourself, and you know you should change to a better networker, to exchange ideas, to get those sparks into your art and into your life, you can say to yourself, okay, this is something I will work up on in the next 6 months, and just see how far you can go, and just start reading books about it, do a course about it, and with this you are allowing more possibility to just achieve those things. And it may be that it will be not just 6 months in which you become the super networker, but it will be perhaps 1 year or 2 years. When you once start a process, you are gaining momentum, and with this momentum, it's becoming more easier to do the things. Like perhaps me talking with you right now in this wonderful outlook on the jungle. It was something that was in the beginning not easy for me to learn, but with time I just did 1 video, 2nd video, and then you are gaining momentum, and then it's okay just to talk to people with this device, because I know I can reach out and perhaps bring you today an idea that will help you. And this is a learning process to allow learning, and to think about the possibilities of learning can be really not only important but a great advantage for your art, because it may be that learning is not easy, especially when you are getting older. You are 30, 35, we don't learn so easy. But even if we learn small things in a longer time, they're accumulating to something bigger. It can be that when we are setting out to learn something, it is not like a new language, a new artistic skills. It is not something that you can achieve in 2 weeks, but over a course of 4 years, it will collect to something that is incredible. We are always overestimate what we can achieve in 1 year. There's this New Year resolution, we want to achieve this and that, and it's just too much for us. It's overwhelming us, and after a while we are let it go. We are not working and not learning about it anymore. But when you are thinking what you have achieved perhaps in 4 years, it is incredible what we can achieve when we are accumulating it over a longer time, like 2 years or 4 years. Even if they are small steps, they are adding up together to a great advantage. And when you are trying to develop the motivation to be willing to learn, to think about what to learn, see it from the perspective of a longer process and the advantage of this longer process. Because normally when we think about a longer process, we think, whoa, this will take 4 years. But start to think about the advantage of those 4 years, that you can actually do just small steps. And even when you are sometimes missing out one day and do nothing to bring you learning, your skill developing, that it doesn't matter, because you have time. And I think this is the most important thing that I want to give you today as a giveaway, is to actually understand yourself as precious enough to give yourself the time to learn, to understand that what you are doing in art is actually important enough to give you the 4 years to learn those skills. I hope this is an idea, a spark. Like today I had this spark about that we are really happy that we are not living on a flat earth but on a round earth, that you actually never can be in a far corner of this world. I will think about it today a little bit more, but perhaps for you today the overall idea of learning and giving you the time to learn and make decisions. What do I want to learn in 6 months, or what do I want to learn in 4 years that will actually change the course of my art, the future of my art. I hope I will develop this idea a little bit more. Right now I'm putting everything together. You can go to the website www.future.louvre.academy, and there is perhaps more already about this, so check it out. And also I wish you a very good day for your art. It is always a great day for art, and I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, see you soon. Bye bye.